So welcome, Teri Schwartz,
Yes.
the Dean of UCLA's School of Theater, Film, and Television.
Excellent, Sharon.
Did I get it right?
You get it.
It's a long name.
Sharon gets an A+ on her exam this
Thank
morning.
you very much. The issue that is dominating Hollywood right now, which is this question of diversity and how diverse the industry is. How are you, as the steward of this next generation of filmmakers, dealing with this?
Diversity in all of its complex forms, and I look at it as ethnicity, gender, geographic, socioeconomic, LGBTQ issues, and also cultural points of views and backgrounds. So really, I think it's important to look at diversity in its most complex forms. That's number one. Number two, the vision that I have for the School of Theater, Film, and Television at UCLA is to reimagine entertainment and performing arts education and ground it in humanistic storytelling, global diversity, social impact, and where technology and innovation cut across. So diversity is really central to the vision for our school. I do believe that the new stories and the new storytellers are going to come from this beautiful reservoir of diversity. This is the world that we're living in. So,
well, let me ask you a question. As regards to student body, are you able to recruit classes that more reflect the country than, say, the Oscar nominees?
Yeah. So at the university level, at the film and theater school level, going back to the vision, if we wanted to deliver on the promise of the vision, then we have to look at the how we admit students, who the students are, where they're coming from, and then how we nurture and develop them in terms of their consciousness around these themes. But what we have been able to do is, for those students who are worthy of getting in, and they are very, very diverse, we're about 50-50 male-female. We're about 30% students of color, and we're about 18% international.
But that's remarkable.
Yeah, it's great.
So what happens from starting, one of the top film schools in the country, with a huge, incredible alumni across the industry today. So what happens from going from 50-50 men to women, 30% diversity in terms of ethnicity, to an industry that has an academy that's 94% white, 7% of women directors, and then this issue of African Americans feeling, again, shut out. How does that happen?
Well, how that happens is pretty simple. The hiring practices across the industry, as we know, as you and I both know, have been largely geared towards, I hate to say this, towards white males. Those who are in the executive ranks are largely white men. There are some executives of color across the ranks on both the film side and the television side. But historically, it has been that.
Well, considering specifically that half of the student body coming in is female, that's what, so you sort of wonder, like, what happens? So do you think that students are, do they feel beleaguered? Do they feel, like the stakes are stacked against them? Or as young people are they like, I'm going to beat all the odds. I've got my vision and I'm going to go, go, go.
I think all film and theater students feel the struggle, whether they're women, whether they're men, what their backgrounds are. Yeah. I think that's just natural to being a film and theater student. I like to have an environment that feels optimistic and positive, because if you're just feeling like a victim all the time, you're not going to get anywhere. So, we have to understand what the issues are. We have to understand what the challenges are, and then figure out very specific, proactive, practical initiatives to address that, and then to keep our students in a very positive frame of mind, because at the end of the day, it is so hard to make a movie. It's mystical that any movie ever gets made.
Agreed.
Let alone out there in the world, no matter who you are. If you're a white man, or if you're an African American woman, or if you're somebody from the Mideast, or you're somebody from Africa, or wherever you're from, it's really tough to get movies made.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Teri Schwartz, the Dean of UCLA School of Theater, Film, and Television.
Okay.
Thanks for coming to the TheWrap studio.